everyone. As you can see, I'm not doing any embroidery today. I have decided to do a little bit of Red Dead. And I'm sure most of you can tell I am doing, you know, the online version. Story mode is absolutely off the charts brilliant. But I liked all the customization and stuff you can do on the online. And I just figured I'd mix it up and maybe alternate. One week do embroidery, another week do some video games. And I was really stuck this week on which game to play because I'd already decided that I was going to alternate weeks. The problem, of course, being what game to play. I mean, there's millions of games you can play. And yes, I know, I haven't finished the story mode for the online version. That is, I've been slacking on that one. I tend to get distracted by the races and such. But like I was saying, I was really stuck on what game to play. And I went through, well, I could do Stardew Valley, I could do The Sims, I could, pull out an old copy of Call of Duty and play that. And then I realized that there was an event going on where you can get like 3 times the money with races. And that's like one of my favorite game modes to do. So naturally I was like, well, that right there sealed the deal. It's gonna have to be a little bit of Red Dead. I'm not really in any big rush today, so I'm just kind of trotting along. And it's really late when I'm doing this, so the stutter is really coming out. Got that speech impediment, I figured I'd run through one mission and then do a few races. And of course, if you know Red Dead Online, then you know there's modders and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So who knows, we may run into a few of those people. I was actually playing the other day, and it was, I'm in the cowboy experience. I'm riding around, I'm shooting stuff, I'm just going crazy. I'm having a good time. And next thing I know, I see someone wander through who's about 3 times taller than my little character. And they were going on something about, oh, I didn't know this game had alligators. And it's like, I don't know if you were just memeing on me, or if you were just doing a video of your own. But you know enough about the game that you've, completely broken it. And yet you didn't know enough about the game to know that there were alligators in the swamp. So I was just a little dumbfounded at that one. That was a bit of a shock. But it did make for an interesting little, just riding through the lands, hear and see that, and you're kind of like, never bored, that's for sure. And of course, there's people running around. I'm sure we've all seen the videos of them, playing as the different animals. That's always fun. If I was a betting person, I'd say that alligator that they were all surprised about was actually another one of their friends playing as an alligator. Figured I'd just move along, do my own thing. Now, I know some people like to fast travel everywhere, or as often as they can. But personally, I'm in the game just for the experience. I mean, the visuals, I really like them. I genuinely think they're nice. The gameplay, most of the time, is quite smooth. Took a wrong turn there, got distracted talking. Oh, here we are at our destination. Now, before anybody says anything, I am fully aware that I have very bad aim. That's why I just like riding around. That's where I get most of my enjoyment in the game from. I haven't got a role to play yet. I've been working up to get enough gold to be able to buy one. And I've kind of been jumping back and forth between all of them because they all have their perks. And of course, they each have their own special outfits and horses and stuff. And I'm kind of stuck between, oh, well, if I go bounty hunter, a lot of people say it's easier to get gold that way. And yeah, I really like gold. A lot of the nicer items you have to buy with gold. But at the same time, it's like I really like I think it's called the Gypsy Cob. Whichever horse that is. I really like the Gypsy. Beautiful horse. And since I'm in this game mostly for the visuals and the riding and just, you know, looking at stuff pretty much. Racing every now and then. I know the Gypsy wouldn't be good for racing. But I am a very big fan of how it looks. And I already have the horse I'm riding right now is one of the race horses, so I saved up a butt ton for that one. Because I knew I was going to go for the races more often than not. So I'm pretty sure it is the naturalist role that you can get the Gypsy on. Don't take me for my word on it. Not really sure. I think, though. I'll have to double check here in a bit. But, so, that one I might get just solely because of the horse. And a few of the outfits I've seen in the naturalist role that I know are in the naturalist role look really nice. Oh, ooh, is there a, yeah, match is starting. Fun little fact. I was actually trying to play this exact same mission a few hours ago, and then my power went out right as I completed it with a few other people. So, that was fun. I checked and I didn't even get any gold out of it. So, here we are doing it again. I mean, I suppose that means I just know what I'm doing. But, once again, we're back to the critical, small little fact that I'm kind of bad at shooting. So, this will be fun. And I'm very sorry if any of these people I'm playing with somehow find this video. I'm very sorry. Not the best at it. But I am trying to get some gold. Because, back to the same point, I need to get me a role. So bounty hunter's kind of out because I'm not really the best at the shooting. Even though, it's kind of hard to fail too many times in this game. And I have seen a lot of the female characters here on the game going without their shirt on. And I saw the TikTok to show you how to do that. And it's like, I wouldn't mind doing it myself. But I kind of poor in the game. So I ain't got a dress to be able to do that little trick. We'll worry about that later, though. Once I get everything else all set up and done. And I know I didn't really need, probably, to replenish all of my bullets and everything, but I'm here, might as well do it. And then to clean the weapons, it just prevents me from having to manually do it. I am using a controller, but if I don't touch the controls every now and then, it switches back over to keyboard and mouse. And if anybody's curious, I'm actually just using a regular Nintendo Switch controller. I actually really like this one. I find it easier to position my fingers for, constantly sprinting on the horse and aiming. And it doesn't give me a cramp like most of the other controllers I've tried. So, if anybody's curious, just a regular old Switch controller. It's pretty nice. Natural's role is currently in the running. I'll tell you guys later in case some of you haven't seen this.
Each and every one of them, from the way I see it, I will do. I'm afraid my mind's made up.
But Mrs. Leclerc, Teddy Brown, he's just a second-rate, common, no-good horse thief. You kill him and the rest of his boys, well, you'll wind up in jail, or worse. And we will never find out who killed your husband. You know it, and I know it.
I believe Teddy Brown killed my husband.
If he did so, he did it on behalf of his sister, her husband, or Jeremiah Shaw.
Perhaps,
Besides, he's holed up in there, besieged by marshals.
Marshals? What good did a marshal ever do anyone?
That's why we'll send in our professionals to get the job done, and no one will know you had anything to do with it. It's too early to show your hand, madam.
Okay.
I really like her character. I
You,
think she
come with
is
me.
completely
And
justified.
remember, these are the people that put you in jail, so don't overly concern yourself with pity.
Very true.
Madam, stay here. Please.
Not only does she have like some of the best style
Mount up.
in the entire
You gotta
game,
go.
she also is just like completely awesome. I mean, who doesn't like a good revenge story?
As it suits you. Maybe that's everyone's right, and maybe it's the right way to be. You seem to live by your own rules. In some ways, I admire that.
In case I didn't make it
Although maybe
obvious,
at
I'm not
times you
playing with
seem
a
a touch
posse or anything. It's
confused,
just complete random,
confusing,
which I'm
I don't
sure
know. But I hope
most people
either
have
way,
figured out by the
good,
matchmaking
bad, or
process,
plain
but
indifferent, after all she has done for you,
I figured I'd
you will be
throw it
loyal
out there
to my
just to double
mistress. Kill Teddy
check,
Brown, not out of vengeance or righteousness, but out of duty to her, compassion for her. Thinks he got away with taking my master and taking your freedom. Show him he hasn't. It's what you owe. Brown's shown himself to be a desperado.
Man,
One
I
of
am
his other
always
three
so
conspirators.
nervous
Wears a gun on
when
his
I
hip
match
like the one that shot my master.
with a bunch of people,
Dangerous.
because some of
He's
these
made himself
people,
very
don't get
hard
me
to
wrong,
kill.
I'm no expert.
You get close enough,
Some
you'll
of
see.
these people I
I've
know
tried to
for a
make the
fact
fight
are
somewhat
kids,
even.
and
Just wait
they
till
just
you
run
get
full
there, okay?
force, and they
The
will
marshal
wreck
and his men were in hot
everybody.
water when I left them. Pushed off
It'll
the
be a
gun.
car crash,
There's the
and it's
fort.
just full of horses,
Whoops.
you know?
Up here. Come on. And we're on the other side of this. You can't win against the law. Are you getting on, Marshal?
Well, that bastard is holed up tight as he can be. I've already had 2 men shot since last we spoke.
That's too bad.
Goodness, my
Luckily,
audio.
I brought in
Crazy.
the cavalry, so to speak.
You have, huh?
Yes.
Let's hope it sounds better on
associates.
your guys'
What's more,
end.
I think I found a way of ensuring they don't get themselves shot. Like your deputies.
Yes,
Put those on.
the bucket.
Teddy Brown is a bad man,
One of the worst.
but there's folk in Blackwater, powerful folk, who asked my boss to get me to leave him alone.
I can imagine. Amos Lansing and Jeremiah Shaw, perhaps?
You know, I don't know, maybe. My lord, look at you.
I read about this. Australian, I believe. Always wanted to see if it works.
My friends, let me take you up. Come on.
Bring us Teddy Brown. Dead or alive.
The armor's gonna slow you down.
A nice little tidbit of information. I actually, see, he said dead or alive. So earlier when I was playing this match, I took that to mean you could just lasso him there at the end. That is not what they meant.
You're gonna.
because I think I've messed up my audio horribly. Oh well. Seriously, can't even see who I'm shooting at. I don't even hit him at this point. I think I'm hitting him wrong at this point, honestly. Alright, approaching, moving forward, sliding, shooting and hoping, praying. Always a good time. Jesus, you know what? I'll eventually get good enough that I can do headshots regularly. That day is not today. Oh, like I was saying though, I thought when they said dead or alive, they literally meant like do it dead or alive. So I just, you know, I lassoed him there at the last second, and I was unaware that you actually, you know, have to, you know, kill him. So I was feeling like extra stupid, you know? Everybody else is over there shooting, and I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Here, I'll just run up and lasso him. And easy peasy. We might even get more money for bringing him in alive. Nope. Not my brightest moment. I'm sure some of you are aware. Don't have those too often, you know? Like getting stuck on the stairs just now. Horribly embarrassing. Yeah, you see, seriously, you would think that I could, you know, fire better. And where are my teammates? Like, I could really use some help. I actually am on a decent roll right now. That is refreshing. Headshot. Can I please get a headshot every now and then? That would be nice. I feel like I'm hitting them right in the heart. It looks like my teammates are a little occupied at the moment. Come on, seriously. That kind of hurt, but I did deserve it for jumping right in front of the bullets. Yeah, try to lasso that guy. Not my brightest moment. And before anybody gets on me for just now playing the game, I have played this game before. It's just been a very long time. Oh, Jesus, I made a horrible decision. I got busy talking. Completely, missed what the objective was. I think this time I'll actually try and use my brain and, retreat to the second level. mean, I'll hit him eventually, I'm sure. Just, you know. Where has he gone? Shotgun might help us better in this one tiny situation. We already took him down. Well, they did.
God damn you! God damn you!
No! God damn you,
And here
Teddy
she
Brown!
comes.
Hello, Mrs. Leclerc.
Absolutely
Who
brilliant.
killed my husband? Who killed my husband?
Your husband? That little milksop? Oh, I guess I imagined he was your brother. No woman would ever marry his kind. Oh. I did kill him. I did it. And he was begging for his life. Pathetic, really.
Who put you up to it? Who?
Lady, that's none of your damn business.
Brilliant.
Then I guess we'll kill the lot of them. That's 1 down, 3 to go. Mr. Horley, pay our friends for their service.
Thank you. We shall be in touch.
When they talk about strong female characters, I think of her. She's just super cool, honestly. I mean, I could go on, but I'll summarize. She's cool. She's also got a very good sense of style. Speaking of which, I have played this game before and did Red Dead Online, but I decided just to completely start over. I did play on the Xbox, and I had the trader role, and I really enjoyed it. But then I realized that I actually prefer desktop, so I just was like, I'll just completely start over. I mean, what's the worst that happens? I grind for a little bit like I did the first time around. Get to replay the storyline and everything. The downside is that it's been such a long time since I have done the storyline that I have forgotten most of it. Which just means I get to experience for the first time again. So I do vaguely remember some things, but most of it's kind of gone. I was looking to see if there was any other story missions I could do. Ooh, normally it takes like 10 minutes before I'll match, and 3 or 4 false goes. I guess that was a false match. Point-to-point race. I really enjoy the races. I mean, you can get through them typically fairly fast. Man, I love it when they just throw you in here like halfway through at the very end. You know. Oh well, I guess I get what you do, you know? They just throw you in, you go for it. It is fun. Just try it. I tripped over a rock. Go figure. Once again, don't be surprised if I go to shoot someone here in a second and I fail horribly, you know? See, I'm just so far away, it's like almost impossible to shoot. It's like I'd feel really bad if I hit the horse, which, I mean, it's inevitable, you know? It's already hard to aim and everything, so it's just one of those things. Bro. Please, I don't really want to do, like, pistol whipping each other like 8,000 times. I mean, if that's how it's gotta be, that's how it's gotta be, you know? Just line that up real quick. Did not me. Yeah. But that is how you do it. Guarantee someone's gonna shotgun me here in the back. I mean, I'd expect nothing less. Here, right at the finish line. That's just how it kind of goes. Oh. Don't know if he just hit the railing or if he got shot, but kind of looked like he hit the rail. Which, you know, it happens. Ah! Well, that's just a dick move. I mean, seriously, excuse the language, but, like, come on. Waiting for somebody. I mean, come on. And they missed. You know what? Who knows? Maybe they shot them like 8 times in a row, for all I know. But still, come on. To sit there and wait. Not that cool of a move to pull. And you saw there, I got like 8 cents of gold. Most of the races end fairly quickly, and you can get a decent amount of gold for this. It's also just fun. Uh-oh, screen has went perfectly black. There we go. Whew, I was worried it froze up and crashed on me. Let's see. I think I'm gonna play about one more race. As long as I do well, I may play 2 if I completely eat dirt on this next one. Uh, but I'm thinking maybe just one more game and then call it a night, because uploading my videos takes forever, and since the power went out earlier, I'm a little worried that it might go out again and I'll lose everything. So, better safe than sorry in this situation. Uh, and the loading screens. They take forever. But I won that last race, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Even though I didn't get like a start at the starting line, you know. It's actually getting quite late, so excuse me if I seem like I'm tired. I am. Uh, did not have my morning cup of coffee today. I figured I'd try and wean myself off of the espresso. The heart can't take it, unfortunately. I'm thinking about trying decaf. I mean, some people say that the taste is completely off, and then other people say, oh, well, you just add this creamer, and then you add this sugar pack, and then you add a little bit of, like, et cetera on it, and then it's perfectly normal, but I guess that's what I'm going to have to do, though, because the caffeine itself is not good for me at all. Uh, the pop. Every time you go to the doctor, they're like, cut out the pop. And I'm over here like, this is my first pop I've had in probably 3 days. If one pop every 3 days is starting to like kill me over here, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to go down with the ship, you know? I have been trying those little mayo packets, or little squirt bottles, for flavoring, and I have found a few that I like. But they're kind of expensive for just like flavored water. So I might be trying like a Walmart or a Kroger brand or something. More than likely a Walmart. It is what's closer. And I'm going to let that thing spin for another minute or two. And then I'm going to pull the quick reset, as they call it. But it's taking its sweet time, so I figured I'd just, give it a chance to try and cope. But I'm beginning to suspect it's not going to go that well. What do you know? It's a miracle. Well, another race it is. Set my controller down there for a second. Let's see. I think I was talking about the Mayo packets. I think they're pronounced Mayo. I might be completely wrong. Let's see, what game is this? Oh, nice. And everybody's left. That's alright. I'll sit here for a minute. If nobody shows up, I'll just exit out, try again. Oh, the flavors I have kind of picked that I like is the cherry blackberry, I think is what it's called, and then the strawberry watermelon flavor. They're both pretty good. The strawberry watermelon one's a little sour. Still good. And then the cherry blackberry, I mean, it tastes like regular Kool-Aid. And I really can't tell any difference between it and Kool-Aid outside of, like those occasional Kool-Aids you'll get that are like pure sugar. That one you can definitely taste the difference on. I tried their sweet tea flavor, and it was interesting. It did. I am on the iron. Very nice. Gonna try another race, like I said. And there comes my horse, magically out of the mist. No, I figured I would try the sweet tea version, because I was like, you know what? It's probably not going to be good, but I have high hopes. I like tea, and if this one's without all the sugar and stuff and still tastes good, then why wouldn't I be all about it? Regardless, I would not recommend it, honestly. It doesn't even taste like unsweetened tea is the thing. It doesn't taste like sweet tea. I mean, if it was like labeled as like a green tea or a black tea or something, yeah, I could understand it not having the flavor. But it's just straight up called sweet tea. It's not. I mean, taking out the fact it don't even have sugar in it. It's not. They're orange vanilla though. If you like dreamsicles, I'm telling you what, absolutely killer. That one out of all of them is the one that tastes the most like it is full of sugar, and it's not. So, if you're looking to like try and wean yourself off of pops and stuff, I would recommend well, I keep calling it the dreamsicle flavor, but it's not. It's the orange vanilla mayo flavored water things. And I don't even know why I'm collecting these. I mean, it's not like I do anything with them. I just get them because they're there. Honestly, seeing that bird fly by a second ago and hearing them tweet and Twitter all the time, I might just go ahead and get the trader roll again. I mean, I know I like it. It's enjoyable, and it actually looks like there is another little mission. How nice. Well, I'm gonna click it and start heading towards it. Because it's been a minute since I started that little matchmaking process. And I'm beginning to notice that, yeah, there it is. If it don't get you, like, almost instantly, it's not gonna get you. I do not know if my horse can make it across this. I have not tried to get across this before, so... just let the horse do its thing. We'll go first person, take it around. Cringe over the fact that those guns are probably completely ruined. Actually need to be cleaned very thoroughly. Which, I'm not big to guns. I'm not. I can talk a little bit about them, but I really like this mode. I mean, the little first-person mode. But it's like, if I stay in this mode for too long, I'm gonna get, like, car sick. Which is funny, because I've actually, like, ridden a horse before, and had a miniature one when I was a child. And I've rode full-size horses, too. It is... outside of the saddle sores you will get if you don't ride often or you're not wearing the proper clothes, it is very relaxing. I mean, especially when you have a horse or get a horse that like knows what it's doing and it knows the way it's going. They'll do their own thing, and then you're just kind of there vaguely guiding them in the direction you want to go. And from my experience, I can tell you most of them actually enjoy being ridden, you know, when they have a good owner and they've been well taken care of. And then you get some, they just go with you like it's a job. They got their 9 to 5. That's just what they do. And there's been some, and they'll crack me up. They'll go along with it, act like they're perfectly, like, oh, I'm so happy and alive and having a fun time being here. And then they'll turn around. And then they will, like, practically start to lay down the moment you give them the chance. And then some of them will try and eat, like, on the way, if there's, like, a particularly nice looking piece of grass or flower. They'll just reach down, snag it, eat through the bridle, just keep on going. They don't even notice. And the reason I mention how some of them seem like they really enjoy it, and then some are like, oh, it's just the 9 to 5. I have seen a lot of people, like, on TikTok and stuff, and it might just be mine. I know you can't really, like, trust the TikTok, but I kind of lurk on there, just to have something to scroll through, you know, while I'm waiting in between classes and stuff. A lot of people on there seem to be, like, under the assumption that, like, all horse riders are abusing their horses and stuff, and it's like, I don't understand where that's coming from. But then again, you know, you've got animal abusers in all walks of life. I mean, some people just genuinely do not have any compassion or empathy. And then you've got some people who don't know any better, like hamsters. Oh, I get fired up on this topic. And it's like, my family was one of those. I had like 7 or 8 hamsters as a kid, and they would all die within like 2 years at most. Some of them didn't even make it a year. And it's like people are always going on, oh, well, mine's so annoying. It's chewing on the cage. It's like constantly running. I had 2 gerbils recently, and gerbils aren't the same as hamsters. But I got 2 gerbils who have similar requirements as a hamster. And I started doing research into them before I even got any. And I very quickly realized that, yeah, those little Katie cages, which, like I said, was one of them, had one of those, is not the way to go. Those little cages drive your animals insane. So I took an old 100-gallon tank. I missed the turn off again. I had like a 100-gallon tank. And I really had no intention of putting like a fish or anything in it because I mean, like, it's a 100-gallon tank. What am I gonna do with that thing? So I just turned it into a gerbil cage. I took like some wood and just did like chicken wire across the top. The real thin, the real tiny, like mesh ones. Nailed it. Boom, there was the lid. And then I turned that entire tank into like a gerbil cage. And my gerbils lived for about 7.5 years, which is old. Their lifespans are like 6 to 7 years, and mine made it to about 7.5. So, I mean, that just goes to show. I mean, I went to the pet store to buy the gerbils, and they're like, oh, these guys only live for like 2-3 years at most. And like me, having done my research, I was like, hold up now. And then because I really wanted those gerbils, I was like, alright, thank you. And then I left. I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't buy from pet stores, but I'm like, come on, seriously, where am I going to find gerbils at? And after they passed away, I kind of didn't have any small pets. I mean, got dogs, got cats in the house, but those are kind of like those are the community animals, They do them. They just, everybody chips in to take care of those guys. And it was kind of funny because I was like, oh man, I'd really like another small pet. One that I can say is just mine. And wouldn't you know it, I saw on YouTube ferrets. And I was like, oh, well, they're cute. And then I was scrolling through TikTok on like some small animal cage ideas. So like 100-gallon tank, what am I going to do with it? And then I saw one of them was like, oh, take an old bird cage and turn it into a ferret cage. And my little brain went, oh, we have an old macaw cage that we just, somebody was getting rid of a sugar glider. And that's a whole other story. I mean, I'm not going to get into that right now. We had the sugar glider for like pretty much the rest of its life, It was one of those situations where it's like, oh man, all of its buddies has died. It's not got much longer. I don't want my kids to see it. And we were like, Jesus, that's kind of mean, don't you think? But you know what? The cage was given to us for free, and we just paid the money for the sugar glider. And I was like, you know what? I'll take that deal. And we never did anything with the cage after that, so we just kind of put it up in storage. I'm on TikTok, I see that idea, and I'm like, I could sandpaper it down, get some of the rust and everything off of it, give it a fresh coat of paint, clean it up a little.
There you are. Still a good soul, huh? Yeah. That's nice. Real nice. But your new friend, the Marshal, he's having problems. More problems. With your even newer friend, Montez. They're in the, sheriff's office in Valentine. He asked me to ask you if you can bring a goddamn posse and come armed. Can you do that? Yeah, I thought you could. Best get going.
Yeah, so the bird cage. I was like, man, that's such a cute little idea. I'll go ahead and get that set up and ready. Please tell me that was just a few misfires. Oh, Jesus, don't tell me it's one of those ace players that knows a way to get there like 1,000 times quicker. Okay.
Hello?
Right. Listen, I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm just gonna do my little video, call it a night. The moment I open my mouth and they realize I'm female, most people freak out, and I ain't about that. I don't want to have to censor half the video if it gets out of hand. So, worry about that another day. And that's why you don't run full force.
Tom, who are they?
They're with me.
Let me go.
Tom, not to put too fine a point
and
upon it,
I'll let you all
but we owe you
live.
deep shit. Pardon my language. Now, he's talking sense.
We're all adults here, Bob.
Sure as shit is shit. They'll be back until they freed Montez, and we and every decent person in this town is dead.
You know what, Bob? Montez. I'm a man of many contradictions. I've thought long and hard about a speech about ethics, about responsibility, about rule
This
of
is
law.
funny.
Then I decided I'd just do this. And hang the consequences.
You killed him.
No shit. So that's one less problem we gotta worry about.
Gets me every
What
time
was
it
the real
does.
problem in this town?
His boys will be back to kill us all.
Well, then we better get prepared. These are the folks is willing and able to help, with whatever weapons they can muster. Go up and station them where they'll be most
I
useful.
honestly can't remember where any of the good spots are. So it's just kind of a... Come on, dude. This way, this way. You know what? That's good enough. You do you. You do you, boo. Oh, so I had birdcage. I got it fixed up, right? Sandpaper painted it like I said I would. And it's like,
On you. I'm gonna take as many of them with me as I can.
come on, dude. Come on, just a little bit. There we go. You stay there.
Okay, I'll hold this bridge.
Over here, like, trying to figure out where the best spot would be. It's like, I know for a fact most of these people know, like, exactly where they're gonna go, what they're gonna do. And I'm over here, like, herp-de-derp-de-der. I get the feeling I'm gonna get shot off of here. I don't know if my character can make that jump. And they did. I moved plenty of volunteers. I think we're about as good as we're gonna get here. I like getting the higher advantage point because, you know, the high ground. It's not just a meme, it works most of the time. So. This one kind of leaves the back open, but you know, you got the other houses and stuff surrounding you, so it's not too bad of a spot. Oh. I keep getting sidetracked over
Let's
here.
get these folks in position. These bastards could
I
ride
mean, you
in at any
know,
moment.
absolutely off the wall. Should I? Too close. Nope, someone else has got it. Not my problem.
Shit, the hell with this.
Where you want your sharpshooter then?
Let's see. I went to a pet store over in Charleston. Went to pretty much all of them actually to try and find me a ferret because at that point I decided ferret was the way to go. And I did not like what I was seeing. Like, I completely understand that when you get any animal, you're gonna have to go through like a
We shall not cede this good town to those devils.
learning curve, I guess is what you would say. But it's like, come on. These guys were like some of the worst behaved ferrets ever. I was like, I know they're babies, but... And then I was doing some more research into it, and I was like, oh my god, ferrets are one of those that are like practically abused constantly. I feel bad for wanting to laugh at that one because I know
Go, 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 go.
that I'm also quite clumsy.
Shoot them when you see them.
Alright, let's see, can I... Oh. It's kind of awful. Over here. Come on, dude. Seriously? Seriously, we don't ever anybody that's getting shot in the head. Keep going. It's like, eventually I've gotta be. Oh, Jesus. Well, they ain't getting to me in time, so might as well just do the what do they call it? The sewer slide. So I got a ferret, right? Where I was looking at the ferrets. And they were just like...
I'm afraid this isn't over yet. There.
Not for me. And then when I realized that they were severely neglected and there was quite a few of them that had been like abandoned, I was like, well,
We gotta stop down there.
where's the nearest, seriously. Had to do that little, hidey hole technique. Oh, nope. I am completely ruining this for my team. Yeah.
我去，你们不要动。
Very sorry. Regardless, back to my story about the ferret. I went all the way.
There you are. Still a
Jesus,
good soul,
that's where
huh?
it takes you back to.
That's nice. Real nice. But your new friend, the marshal, he's having problems. More
Jesus.
problems. with your even newer
Alright,
friend
this one I'm just gonna go hide in a
Montez.
corner at this rate.
They're in the sheriff's office in Valentine. He asked me
I
to
went all the
ask
way to
you if you
Washington,
can bring
D.C.
a
to get a rescue
goddamn
ferret,
posse and
and it
come
was
on.
probably one of the
Can you
best
do
ideas
that?
I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I thought you could. Best get going.
I get the feeling these guys are gonna, like, shoot me for that. Completely understandable if they did. Not the best at the survival part of it. Yeah, so not only was the trip to DC, like,
听得到吗？听得到吗？
amazing, I very much enjoyed, like, getting my ferret, Peaches. And she's got a lot of weird little quirks about her, just from the fact that she's been, like, abandoned and then was in a rescue and everything. I mean, I know practically nothing about her past. All I know is that ferrets are notorious picky eaters, and she will eat anything. I have to be very careful, because she will willingly eat things that she's not supposed to, and my best guess is that she was one of the ones that were starved.
We got them, boy. Them bastards won't give up.
This is our time.
Alright,
We don't give up neither.
I don't know if I gotta wait for everybody else to show up.
Tom, who are they?
They're with me.
Let me go,
Tom, not to put too fine a point
and
upon it,
I'll let you
but
all
we are in
live.
deep shit. Pardon my language. Now, he's talking sense.
We're all adults here, Bob.
Sure as shit is shit. They'll
I'm
be
just
back
gonna go ahead
until
and
they
talk
free
over this one
Montez,
again.
and we and every decent person in this town is dead.
If I don't keep getting
You know
distracted
what,
by
Bob?
it.
Montez.
Peaches,
I'm a
she
man
also
of
has a
many
few other little quirks about it.
I thought
She
long and hard
will
about a speech
chew
about ethics,
on your
about
socks,
responsibility, about rule
but
of
only
law.
when they're on your feet.
Then I decided
So, and she will draw
just
blood
do
on
this.
most cases, so it's,
and
you just
hang
gotta
the
kind of,
consequences.
you know, not wear
you
socks,
killed him.
or
No
you have
shit.
to wear shoes.
So that's one less problem we gotta worry about. Now, what was the real problem in this town?
His boys will be back to kill us all.
Well, then we better get prepared. These are the folks is willing and able to help with whatever weapons they can muster. Go up and station them where they'll be most useful. I expect Montez's men.
Where you want your sharpshooter then?
If I just keep running over here at the wall, will they eventually, like, get it? Oh.
Show me where to go.
Just tell me where to set up with this shotgun.
Bro, I don't have a clue how to place them. That's not how you place them.
Okay, now get to your own positions. We shall not cede this good town to those devils.
Oh, here we go again. This time I'll actually try and, you know, not die. Just, you know, duck back here. Sorry guys, I'm like entering hyper focus mode over here, you know. Trying not to get distracted. You know, accidentally die and ruin the game for everybody. I'm positive most of the people playing right now are just, you know. Oh, where is this?
Did you think you'd die today?
Oh, wait, is that one of our guys? That shot. Oh. Goofy. Truly. See all the little red dots running. Come on. Yeah, just like completely oblivious to it. They got him.
I'm afraid this isn't over yet. There.
And he would be correct.
Here, Lord.
This Montez guy, they must have paid like absolutely brilliantly, you know?
There's dynamite in the gunsmith. You might be in need of it now. Hold on. That's all we can do. God damn that gun. They can only shoot one of us at a time. So one of you is going. You got a stick of dynamite. Use it. Don't just shoot the wagon. Shoot those men. You want that gun attention? You shoot at it.
So somebody else is gonna have to like do that base dynamite talent, Like me, just doing hat shots constantly, I guess. See what I'm aiming at? I just know they're running.
Tom, you and your
Well, that
friends
went over
saved
better
my
when
town.
I actually wasn't,
And
you know,
Montez
being an idiot.
died in the conflict.
Exactly. He, died in the conflict. Thank you. Thanks to all of
They
you.
were so accurate in
towns,
this
it's
game with all the
sheriffs that run
corrupt
things,
cops and
but we
sheriffs
help
and
out
stuff.
where
I
we
mean,
can.
like,
Thank you.
whew,
You've
real
been a
world
great help in
accuracy
all
is down
this
to a point.
business. It's been my pleasure. I hope to see you again. Not too soon, I hope.
Well, thanks again.
I will be honest with you guys. I think I'm going to leave it off there. This seems like a decent place to end it. Next week, I will more than likely be back to the embroidery. But I was also thinking about maybe playing a game called No Place Like Home. It is a very fun game. And if you guys don't know what it is, it's kind of like a garbage cleanup farming sim. And I always thought it was really relaxing to play. And so I might, you know, take a swing at that one. Or if enough people like the Red Dead and me just kind of goofing off and stuff, I'll do that. We are still in the loading screen. We're going good now. But I think I'll go ahead and leave it off here. So, thank you guys for watching, and hope you all have a lovely day.